All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our Monday night training. I'm so excited to be hosting this tonight. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be going over several different things, but I want you guys to feel free to ask questions in the chat and kind of, if you have something that comes up as we go, make sure you ask that so we can get everything covered and get you started off to a good week. I'm going to start off with being consistent, and it's important. Hold on one second. Let me make sure let me type this out. Hold on. Okay, so making sure being consistent is the most important thing in this business because it shows people that you take it serious. It shows people that you care and that you're actually treating it as a business, that you're serious, you're passionate, you're excited. If you are not being consistent day in and day out, guys, people won't take you serious. They're not going to remember who you are. And I'm going to go over 4 different things that I learned tonight, actually. Jade Hooper did a training on our VIP page tonight, and it was so eye-opening. And I have several tips from that I want to share with you guys. But basically, being consistent, it lets people know who you are, what you stand for, what are you all about. Being there consistently in people's faces shows people like they remember you. They know who you are. They know what you've got going on. They know how many kids you have. They're just excited to see you. So making sure that hold on. Making sure you're being consistent no matter what, guys. This is so crucial too. I want you guys to realize that having a schedule is the most important thing for you because it's going to keep you organized, keep you on task, and get things done fast. So that way you're not having to feel like you're overwhelmed all the time. Maybe, you feel like I'm on my phone too much, whatever. This is so important to make yourself a schedule, like waking up in the morning, doing a quick power hour. Or maybe you do, like for me, I wake up, I do a power hour because my family's asleep. I like to knock out, as much as I can do in an hour. And then I keep going. So like I'll set up 3 more alarms to get out the rest of my messaging for the day. And then I just answer messages throughout the day and keep on posting. It's that simple. You've got to find something that works best for you and how your schedule is. But Monday through Friday, that's my schedule. Saturday's a little bit different. I send out messages, but mainly my Saturday is for building my following. I like to set like about 8 to 10-ish alarms to follow about 60 people every hour. I try to do that because I don't want to be like when I'm messaging, that's a solid, chunk of time during the week. But I follow here and there during the week, but usually on the weekend, Saturday's my follow day. I love to follow tons of people on my Saturday, get everybody accepted on Sunday, kind of playing a little bit of catch up, but majority of the time Sunday is my rest day. It's my day that I am recouping. I'm with my family. We do church, things like that. I want you guys to make sure whatever that day may be for you. So your family might not have weekends off, or maybe your husband is off on a Wednesday. That could be your family day. It's whatever works best for your family. But I want you guys to know you have got to take a personal day once a week. That still means you're posting, though. Being consistent with the posts are still crucial. You have got to always be present on social media. It's like you want people to know that your business is always open. You don't necessarily have to be sending messages on that day. You don't have to be, following people that day on that one day of the week, but you still need to be posting. So crucial. Posting realistically takes like what? Maybe 2 minutes out of your time. 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes in the afternoon, 2 minutes at nighttime. Done. That was it for the day. That's 6 minutes of work to be building up a full-time pay, to be being consistent and things like that. Brittany, do you have anything you want to say about being consistent?
I just think it's really important if you want to get anywhere in the business. It's kind of like I always say, popping popcorn in a microwave. Like if you open the door every minute or every 10 seconds, that's like you saying, I'm going to put a hard week of work in, and then you open the door every 10 seconds. Like your popcorn's never going to pop. Like you can't like be 100% and then like go MIA for a week and expect to start back where you were before. So it's just really important that if you feel overwhelmed or if you feel like just not on top of your game, that you don't put it down 100%, like do the self-development, pick yourself back up and keep going no matter what. Like me and Katie have good days, we have bad days, and either way we're still consistent no matter what. And I don't know, like there's a lot that you guys don't know about me and Katie, but we go through stuff too. And I just hate when someone says like, oh, I'm going through a lot right now, or I have family issues right now. And I'm like, okay, but like those are the reasons why you need this business. Like don't make your why your excuse, because we go through the same stuff. Like this week I've lost my mind, but I'm still posting. I'm still signing customers, still being consistent. Like you wouldn't tell your boss, oh, I can't make it to work today because I'm having family issues at home, or I'm just not into it today, or I'm feeling really discouraged because I've gotten bad tips on my tables. Like that doesn't happen. You need to train your brain and be your own boss and really pull through as like being your own coach, and realize that whatever you do, there's consequences for them, and that will reflect in your paycheck. We both know that.
Yeah, that's so important. And really, guys, I had like basically, you know, here's a good thing too, like finding somebody that inspires you, finding somebody that has like, okay, so maybe your dream board right now is saying 3 to 4 different things. Like you're like really focusing on these 3 to 4 things. Maybe it's paying your bills, and then, you know, maybe it's paying off, you know, some student loan debt. Maybe it's buying a new car. Maybe it's, you know, I don't know, whatever. You find people that you relate to, find people that have things that you want to have, or be at a status where you want to be, and you follow them and you do what those people do. And you look up to that person and you hustle because that person has what you have. And what are you willing to do to go get that? Because I'm telling you, you guys already know my spirit animal is Jade, and everything that she does and she has, I want that to be my life. I want to be able to, you know, do everything that she's able to do because of the business. So I follow her and I follow her stuff very closely because that is somebody I aspire to be. I love everything about her. So for you guys, you've got to find somebody that does that. Jade Hooper's not, you know, slacking off on her posts every couple of days. Jade Hooper's not, you know, saying, well, you know what, this business is just not moving as fast as I want, so I'm just not going to do it. Matter of fact, funny story, Jade Hooper was pushing super, super hard, and I want to say it was either her 30th or her 60th day in the business, and she didn't sign up anybody, and then all of a sudden, on the 61st or the 31st day, boom, the flood is coming in. So if you're in that position where you're like, damn, I am working my butt off, I'm not signing people up, I don't know what's going on. Maybe you're in a planting season. If you're genuinely working your butt off, you're posting every day, you're messaging people, you're talking to people, you have potentials, but nobody's committing right now, maybe you're just in a planting season, and that's okay. Being in that planning season is amazing because the harvest will come around. Y'all will sign up double-digit distributors. You'll sign up so many customers, and you're going to be so freaking stoked about it. Because you're going to be like, okay, you know what? That planning season was worth it. It was hard. It sucked. I was a little bit discouraged. But knowing that you're planting seeds, you're getting excited, you're talking to people, if your potential list is growing, your check is growing. And even if it's not growing right now, this second, it's growing. If you are actively working, it's going to grow. So anyways, being consistent is the most important thing in this business. Like Brittany said, you cannot cook popcorn if you're opening the damn door every 5 seconds. It's never going to cook. You're never going to get that popcorn to watch that good movie. Anyways, so posting. Okay, this is crucial too. Consistency. What we're talking about, being consistent with your posts. Now, I just did a video on this the other day, and posting is literally the most important thing, like so crucial. If you're not posting, nobody knows what you're doing. Nobody can just magically see into your life and say, you know what? I think this girl sells health and wellness products. I think this girl, you know, has wraps, or this girl might have skincare or whatever. Nobody knows what you're doing unless you're posting. They don't know what kind of life you live. They don't know what your goals are. You've got to be posting.
Sometimes they don't even know what you do until you message them too. Because like I had this one girl liking my posts all week on Instagram, and that's different too, because most of the time people just like the picture for the picture, so they're not like reading it. And I messaged her finally, and I was like, because she liked a business post, and she was like, well, what do you do? I don't know what you do. I just know you work from home. And I'm like, girl, you know, this is crazy. Like, you don't know what It Works is, you don't know what I do. But if I would have never messaged her, like, she would have never known it.
Yeah,
you know?
It's so crucial too, because like people will be liking your stuff all the time. They think you're interesting. What we do isn't the norm. What we do isn't just something that, you know, a 9 to 5 where you see me going to a bank every day being like, oh my God, I love my job so much. All I do is, you know, serve people that suck all day long. No, we don't do the same thing. So people are intrigued. They're honestly, what are you doing from your phone to make extra money? How is that working for you? What exactly are you doing? And when you're posting about it, you're excited, guys. People are going to want that, whether it's the products or the business. If you're excited, you're always talking about it, people will always want it. Okay. So making sure that you're consistent. And when you're posting, guys, really make sure that you are telling stories. Stories sell everything. They sell the lifestyle. They sell the products. What did greens do for you? When you're making a product post, what did the cleanse do for you? What did the coffee do for you? What does this business do for you? Or what will it do? What will this business do in 2 months? What will it do in February when conference comes out? What are you aiming for? Do you even know what you're aiming for? If you're not putting your goals down on paper, if you're not talking about them actively and going for it, nobody's even knowing what you're doing, and you're not even holding yourself accountable. So making sure that you're consistent with it, you're posting and telling stories, making sure you actually have goals to talk about, and what is on your dream board. Hold yourself accountable. Put it on Facebook so people know. I feel like when I'm on Facebook, like if I put that on Facebook, it's like I have to do it because other people are gonna notice if I lie. Like if I said I'm gonna do this and I don't do it, then I just lied and I didn't do it. I didn't work hard enough. I didn't make it happen. So that's something that I am super, super passionate about. And people want to see that too. Because like I said, what we do isn't normal. So having that person say, you know what, I'm going to get a $10,000 bonus. That's going to wake people up because nobody gets $10,000 bonuses unless you're with It Works. So anyways, Brittany, what are some tips about posting?
I think posting's, there's just so much that goes into it. Sorry, I keep feeling like I really have to sneeze. So posting, I don't know, what exactly do you want me to talk about? I just think it's really important, but it's not, I always say this, it's not like the only thing that you need to be doing. It's a piece of the puzzle. And you got to keep that in mind, is posting should be like important, but messaging I think is where it's at. But the posting is where you're going to get the foundation to be able to message people from. So it's really important that pictures are on point, that it's something that you would want to look at, that not over the laptop, sweetie, that it's something that you would physically want to message somebody for. I think attraction marketing is huge. And if you don't know much about attraction marketing, you definitely need to go on YouTube and look at some stuff. But people want to be a part of something that is fun, that's exciting, that just draws you in. And that's why posting is so important, is because you need to show people all of that in post, all the different times. So all the way from customers, you got to show yourself. There's so much. Customers, you got to show yourself finding passion for the products. Before and afters, I think it's really important that you show a variety of different things. So let's talk about customers real fast. If you're struggling signing customers, sweetie, can you go sit down, please? Here. Sorry. Michael's asleep and she's like running around the room right now. For customers, it's really important that you do a variety of different things. So I love before and after pictures. I love being a product of the product. I think that's what gets me the most hits, is when I make a post about how the product is helping me or how it's helped somebody else, with a really good, attractive photo. You got to look at the different things that you're posting. So if you posted a before and after picture last, make sure that you post a picture of you with the product next. After that, post a testimony that Katie used with the hair, skin, and nails or something. So you really got to show different things. And same thing with the business too. I think it's important that you're showing different things. So think about, what are people's concerns? So most people's concerns are money, time, friends, not knowing a lot of people. So when you're posting, you got to think about, what are people worried about when it comes to this business, and put that out through your post. So like, what's a good example that you could do? You could talk about how you just signed up a customer from, Virginia, but you've never met her before, and you love how you could just work this business on your couch today and, sign up people that you never met before. And that may be a concern that somebody on your timeline is like not messaging you for, because they don't know anybody, but they need money, So you got to think of these different things that people are worried about and show that through your post. But most importantly, people are going to want to join you and use your products because of you. I think it's important that when you do make products for the business, it's 75% a story. Like Jade Hooper always says, like, stories are what people are going to remember. That's what people want to read. They want to read about you. So when you are writing your post, think about, how can I talk about whatever's going on in my daily life that's happening in this picture? It needs to be 75% that and 25% about the business or the products. That's going to get people reading your post, but also leaving those subtle hints in there about the business, so it's not so overwhelming. Just it works. And that's another thing, guys, is like your page, you need to be posting other things around your page that don't have to do with it work. So I practice 3 posts that are not about the business and 1 post that is on Facebook. So today I did 3 posts that weren't about the business and 1 about the products. I just did a second one because I really need a customer by the end of tonight. But and then because I'm posting about the products on my Facebook today, I'm posting about the business on Instagram. So you just want to make sure whatever foundations you're using, you're posting about the business and the products every single day. If you're on Snapchat, you need to make a business or a product post on there. If you're on Instagram, you have to do either one on there. Do the other on Facebook, the opposite of whatever you're doing, and make sure you're posting other things around it. I had someone tell me the other day, like, I don't know what to post. And I'm like, tell me about your day. And she had all these things that happened in her day. I'm like, why are you not sharing that? That would be such an easy post. So you really got to train your brain and figure out, how can I take what I'm doing right now and make it into a post? So like right now I'm doing a training and my child's standing here naked with her hair in knots and she's basically destroying my jewelry area, and I'm sitting here doing a training. So boom, right there, you got to think, like, how can I make this funny? How can I incorporate my kids, which people love to see? How can I make it about me? I'm going to write a story. It's going to be 75% about the chaos, make some people laugh, relate to them, and then 25% is going to be, boom, I still love that I can, sit here and do a training from my house. That's why I work this business from home every day, so I could be with my daughter no matter what crazy situation is going on. So like, you got to just be creative with your posts. Make sure that you're consistent and post pictures that people really want to see. And no matter what you're doing throughout your day, figure out a way to be creative with it and make it funny, make it interesting. I don't even care if it's cleaning your house. Make a status about it somehow. And really just be open to sharing your life and the best you that you can possibly be online. And that's what's going to attract people to you.
Yeah, and I think that is all Brittany said is absolutely amazing. And just making sure, I know I always touch base on this, but good photos, be interesting, and really just like, you want people, let me start getting on, because this kind of applies into the post too. Basically, you want people, the 4 ways to make you the most successful, and how to know you're becoming successful, is that you have attention on you. People need to know who you are, what you're standing for, what do you care about, like what's important to you. And that is really when you're going to start to see that you're enrolling more people. When people are actually paying attention to you, are you being interested or are you being boring? And you guys know the difference. If you feel like you're getting no interaction, take a step back and be like, if I saw this post, would I pay attention to it? If the answer is no, that's okay. Make a new one that's better than the last one, and just keep going. Our post in the beginning, me and Brittany both, we started about the same time. I enrolled Brittany less than a month after I started. And when our posts, like in the beginning, were the most embarrassing, ugly, nastiest posts ever. So the most important thing was that we didn't even have trainings like this to be like, okay, this is what you should be posting, this is what you shouldn't be posting. So we had to go out there and figure it out, and we failed forward a million times. Keep doing it over and over and over until you perfect the skill. It can be perfected so easily. You just have got to keep doing it no matter what. Consistency will pay off. When you see what is getting you the most likes, repeat that. If you see that, a post of you holding the greens, being excited, talking about why you love them gets 50 likes, well, why don't you do another post just like that? Imitate the same thing. Consistency in the same thing pays off. Being excited pays off. Passion pays off. Everything that you're talking about it will pay off as long as you're being excited and you're ready to go. You're ready to move forward. You're excited for your goals and things like that. That's what people pay attention to. They don't pay attention to boring posts, pictures that are taken in the lighting that I'm in right now. People don't pay attention to complaining, whining, politics, anything like that. Keep all that off your page. But really, guys, telling a story is where it's at. All right, so the next thing about being successful. So criticism. If you don't have anybody criticizing you, guys, if your upline or, Brittany or I see something and we come to you and say, hey, girl, can I make a suggestion? Listen to the suggestion and move on. Use it and move on. We're doing it to help save your time, to stop you from wasting time like we did, so you can use that new skill that we just taught you and go forward with it. So take it and let it fuel you. This is where a lot of people get stuck. Criticism, maybe it's not just from us. Criticism can hurt if it's from other people that you don't even know. Maybe people are saying bad things about you. This is also something we call haters. If you have those kind of things going on, okay, maybe you have somebody who on your Facebook's like, man, it works sucks, or man, whatever. I'm here to tell you, one, it works doesn't suck, and you know it doesn't suck, but you're letting this little voice get into your head, and it's like controlling your thoughts. Let that person fuel you so that you can be, making 5 figures a month or 4 figures a month or whatever your goal is. And you could say, you know what, you're still over there in the same spot that you were 5 months ago or a year ago. And here I am making an extra 4 to 5 figures a month from my phone with something that you thought was stupid. If I would have listened to the haters in the beginning, y'all, I would not be here. My family thinks that, they thought it was so dumb. Like, there's no way that you're going to make money with this. My husband, I didn't really have friends. My school friends, the people I went to school with, people thought I was an idiot. And I was like, no, like, dude, this is amazing. I had that vision after getting to a One Team One mission. I saw Kay Souter on stage, and she was making $30-something thousand a month. And I looked at her and I said, why not me? Why can't I do that? And here I am hustling my ass off because I want to be in a position where I'm making $30,000 a month. There is no difference between you and Kay Souter or any other person that is at the top of this company, other than they work harder than you do. So how hard are you going to work to get to those goals, guys? Prove everybody wrong and let it fuel you. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let it get you down in the dumps. The first thing that if I feel like somebody's hating or criticizing, I'm like, you know what? I cannot wait to do X, Y, and Z and prove you wrong. So that's the third step. Attention, criticism, haters. If you have all that going on, you're being successful. And admiration. You will have people that admire you, that will watch every step of the way, guys. And I know this because as I'm messaging people, like today, I've sent out about 90 messages. And so far, like, with people who message me back, even though they're like, no, I'm actually not interested in making extra money right now, but your family is adorable, I admire your hard work, whatever, the hustle, whatever. I have so many people that answer me back and just say, like, I seriously admire how hard you work for your family, and I admire all of the stuff that you do and things like that. Like, getting those messages is exciting to me because I'm like, okay, maybe this person's not interested right now, but I'm inspiring them and they could be interested in the future. I just had somebody who ignored me 6 months ago message me while we're on the Zoom tonight telling me that she is actually, her husband's leaving and she needs the money now. And that if she, she just had stuff going on, she didn't want to do the business 6 months ago, but today, she's like, I really need extra money. My husband left me and, like, I seriously need to bring in the extra income because I'm living on my own now. Now, the people, like, things happen, situations will always change. Are you going to be, are you going to be there in 6 months from now to get that lead that you messaged 6 months ago? Like that, this is the kind of stuff that happens all the time. This is what happens when you're consistent. It pays off. All those leads are still watching my posts. They're all so excited to see what I'm doing. They want to know, what is Katie doing today? We're watching my stories day in, day out, everything. What makeup are you using? What is in your drink? Whatever. Those kinds of things I get all the time because I'm always present. They always know who I am. Be the It Works girl that people, like, they go to. They know what you do. They know who you are. They know what you're about. They know what you stand for. That is so important. Okay, so the last thing about this part I wanted to say was, be you so fierce, and that's going to get you to the next level. You don't have to be, somebody else. You don't have to change the way you are to be successful with this business. I always say, like, there's so many times where you compare yourself to other people and it gets you down. You're like, well, this girl's got, this perfect hair and the perfect eyelashes and the perfect skin or the perfect body. And, that's why she's so successful. But I can tell you, if you look at right now, the top 10 in the business, they are all shapes and sizes. They're all different colors. They have all different things about them. There is nothing special about each one of those people besides the fact that they hustle harder. They work hard. They bust their ass to get to what they want to get to where they want to be. So be you, Sophia's. Own your personality, own your looks, own what you're passionate about, and just go for it. Don't conform to, this side or this side. Do you. Make sure people know it's who you are, what your personality is like, and that's what they're going to love you for. They're not going to love you for acting like you're Jocelyn Yates when you're actually Katie Bevington. We have nothing in common, and that's the most important thing when it comes to posting and being authentic and getting people to admire you and follow your stuff. Okay, so that's what I had to say about that. The next thing that we were covering was, let me see. All right, so messaging. So, and I know Brandy said if somebody doesn't message you back, okay. So here's the thing. If somebody doesn't message you back, that's totally fine. This is what I do. So if I'm going through my messages, right, and I'm sending out messages, and then I get to a point where somebody doesn't message me back, like maybe I sent a message last week. They didn't answer me. I just unsend it, and then the next time that I come upon their profile again on the next post, I send them another message, like, hey, thanks for loving my post, whatever. Then they're going to be like, okay, pops back up. They're going to see it, but they don't know that I double messaged them, so they're going to think they're crazy for seeing it twice, even though technically they did see it twice, but it's not twice in the messenger. So I unsend it and then resend a new one. And that's pretty much if they keep liking my stuff. Now, if they flat out just don't answer, I don't even pay attention to that, because the way my ratios are set up, like I'm getting yeses and I don't care who's not answering me because they're not interested right now, but they could be in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever. It changes pretty much. Like I said with that girl who just is getting a divorce, she didn't know that divorce was happening 6 months ago and she was going to need this. And yet here I am 6 months later, still doing It Works, ready to help her get started. Okay, so now when we're going, no, they don't see it on Instagram. Let me show you guys. Hold on. I'll show you how to do it really quick. Oh, cool. More messages. All right, so. All right, I'm just going to send this girl, okay? All right, so if I were to go up here, this is just like a response to her story. Hold on. So you hold the message, and it says unsend, and the message disappears, and they don't even know you did it. So, all right, now Brittany, go into a little bit. Let me make sure. I think this was us, so we're not covering stuff that wasn't. Go a little bit into like when you're. Let's talk about, okay, messaging. When it comes to messaging, how important is it for, like, I know you said a little bit about this, if you aren't messaging, like, that's only, like, posting is only a portion, which it is. Posting, I feel like posting and messaging go hand in hand. If you're not posting, you're never going to get attention, but if you're not messaging, you're never going to sign people up. So for you, like, what exactly, like, how many messages are you sending daily, and what exactly happens if you're not sending messages?
If I don't send messages, I don't sign people. I mean, really, like, and then I get in a funk, and then I'm like, I'm not signing anybody, and then I'm like, why am I not signing anybody? And it's like, oh wait, I'm not working. It's like you got to remind yourself so many times, and like in the beginning, I had to go to you several times of like, I'm not signing anybody, and you'd be like, well, this is what you're doing wrong, and you tell me the same thing 3 times. And I'd be like, oh, wait, you're right. And then I'd start doing it again. So it's like anytime you're not signing people, you just need to say, am I messaging people? No. And then if you say, well, I don't have anybody to message because the same people are liking my posts over and over again, then you got to say, am I adding people and following new people like crazy? No. Am I taking the time to like and comment? Nope. So for me, tonight I posted Kiana's hair, skin, and nail picture, and I have upped my followers by 500 in the last month on Instagram. And so everyone who liked my photo was brand new, because I've been trying to bring in new people. Because if you just have the same amount of people sitting there, you've posted about 5 hair, skin, and nails 5 different times, like I'm pretty sure someone would have liked your photo by now. So you got to find new people all the time. And because I did that and I had new likes, so many new likes. Thank you. I was able to send out messages. I sent out a message to every single person, and now I have 8 new potential customers tonight, and one is signing right now. And I followed her like last week. So, what was your question again?
Messaging, like, why is it important? Like, basically, like, what happens if you don't do it?
If you don't do it, I mean, truly, I mean, I'll say this again. It's like you're standing in the parking lot with your shirt that says "It Works" on it and holding up a few signs with before and after pictures, just standing there waiting for someone to come to you. Someone's probably going to walk by and say, "Hey, what's this? I'm interested." Like, if you're just posting and that's it. But if you really want, if you really want to work your business, sorry, Addie, I'm not talking to myself. Addie's right here. You can't see her, but she's there. If you really want to work your business, you have to be sending out messages. Hold on one second. If you go in your room, I will give you a piece of candy before bedtime. Okay? Go sit down. Bye. Sorry. I'm trying to do anything to get her to get the heck out of here right now. I lost my train of thought. Damn it. So basically,
standing in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, you're standing in the parking lot just waiting for somebody to come up to you. So like, that's what you're doing online. You're just standing there. That's it. So what you could be doing is handing out Blitz cards. You could be walking up to people, starting a conversation with them. Like, that's what messaging is. That's why it's so important. Like, if you're like, oh, I'm not getting anywhere, like, are you truly taking the time to, one, message 5 to 10 new people a day on your timeline that you've never talked to before and just compliment them somehow. Tell them you love their post or ask them a question. That will take you like 10 minutes. And if you did that every single day, you'd have, what's 30 times 10? 300 new people that you've contacted that month that are now seeing your posts. Imagine if somebody messaged you before you joined this business. I probably got 1 message a month. Okay? If somebody was to message me, I would now remember them. Like, I would never forget them, you know? So even though you're talking to tons of people, these people remember you. They're now seeing your posts. They're seeing your content. And that's what's important, is you got to let people know who you are. And I think it's important to write down a system and have the names down of the people that you want to go back and bring up the products to. Have a list of the names of the people that you want to have on your team. And that's why we preach hundreds list every single month. It's so important. So messaging, let's talk about it. You need to be messaging people to build relationships. It doesn't have to be message you every day. It just has to be here and there. You know, you see it's their birthday, message them happy birthday. You see something happened significant in their life, message them. That needs to be really important. Do you want that piece of candy? Go in your room now. Go, and I'll give you candy. The second thing is you need to message the people liking your posts. And then the third thing is you need to be messaging people that you're building relationships with and put that idea in their head that they'd be good at this business, that they should be a product model. And then that's when the continuing of the posting is going to get them to eventually sign up. So I just think it's really important that you as your own boss find a way that you can do this every day without feeling overwhelmed. And for me, it's 10, 10, 10. Message 10 people, build relationships. Message 10 people who are on your hundreds list about the business or the products. And then the rest of it, message everybody who liked your post for the day. And that should be included in your power hour every single day. If you don't know how to hold a conversation, or you've been trying to hold conversations with people, and you've been trying to bring up the business to people and it's not working, you need to message me, you need to message Katie, or you need to message somebody who knows what they're doing, and you know they know what they're doing because they are enrolling people. If they're not enrolling people, don't ask them for help. Okay, I'm sorry, I love you all, but we want to make sure that you're not following the wrong, you know, how can I word it? You're not following somebody who's not doing the work. And you want to take advice from people who are working it. So if your enroller is not that person, me and Katie don't mind helping you, or whoever on your team that's above you. If they are enrolling people, message them. Okay, so it's just really important that you're being walked through a few. Shh. you're being walked through a few conversations until you get it down. Because if you have been messaging people and it's not working for you, there's a reason why. And we are here to fix that. That's what I really want to stress to y'all.
Yeah, and that's really important, like she said, to reach out. If you're not reaching out when you need help, guys, you have to. Like, it's going to save you time and get you moving faster, like, in a heartbeat. Just really, it can only be, like, sometimes it's just, like, 2 or 3 words or a different couple ways you make posts and things like that. It's just a couple of tweaks, and it can change everything for you. So making sure you're doing that, making sure you're getting messages out, guys, and hold yourself accountable. Like, realistically, here's the thing. If you message 100 people that like your stuff every day, like, if you're, and this is important too, like, the people who are, like Brittany said earlier, like, if you're like, I'm not getting any likes, it's probably your post. If your post's not getting any likes, that's a problem. We've got to fix it. Because you should be getting at least enough people to message every day. I would say between Instagram and Facebook, you should have, around 80 likes at a lower end of the scale, like over plus 80 plus a day. Between 2 posts, that's about 45 posts, it's about 40 likes a post between the 2. And on Instagram, you'll obviously get more likes, but that should give you enough people to message and ask them if they're interested. And statistically speaking, the rest of the other 20 can be relationships built or, just sending out some responses to stories, things like that. Just getting your name, that attention to you is really important. But getting all those messages out, statistically speaking, you're going to get about 10 messages back that are interested in the business or the products. And that's 10 potentials a day, and that's 300 potentials a month. And that is so many potentials, y'all. Like, imagine what that could do for your business if you were consistent with that on a daily basis. Who here has somebody that they talk to, whether it's an upline, a downline, a friend in the business, whatever, a sideline, that holds you accountable? Because for me, I have an accountability partner, and literally I cannot, like, if I don't message her and say, I got my 100 messages, she's like, so did you finish your messages? It's like, it's so important to get those messages out, to make sure somebody's holding you accountable, because it's so much easier to just be like, yeah, like, I'm tired, I forgot to send out the other 75 today, it's cool, I did 25 on the power hour, I guess that's good. No, that's not good. And guys, we have so many power hours lined up this week to help you for all times, like all over the spectrum. Tomorrow we have one at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Western or California time. And that to me, like, having one on Monday, Tuesday, we have 2 on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That gives you no excuse not to be at one of the power hours. You should be there, get it done, power out with a diamond and above leader, and feel what it's like to get stuff done in an hour. I feel so good after that first hour because I'm just like, I just accomplished so much, and it starts my day off. Here, go.
You say something. Okay, y'all, these power hours are awesome, but don't just wait for us to do one. Like, if you're like, oh, that's an awesome idea. When we say, go to your friends, click on a mutual friend and go down their list of friends, like, and do blah, 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 blah. Like, use that idea and write it in your notes. So that way, like, you can do your own power hour when it's convenient for you, if you can't make it on here. But like Katie said, try to get on one. Like, you should be at least on one, a week, but, take what we're doing and, like, save it. And if you can't, like, make it those times, like, you still need to be doing them, or at least I recommend you still be doing them. Like, do your own power hours.
You need to be doing them. And guys, like, seriously, at this point, like, we make it so that we have a power hour that accommodates most schedules. Like, we're all compromising a little bit to make sure that you were able to get on one that fits in your schedule, so that you can learn how to do them, so that you can replicate the same thing. So on the days that you have something going on, when we do have a power hour, it doesn't matter because you know how to do your own. It's different tips from different leaders to get things done in an hour so that your day is so much more relaxed. Think about it like this, okay? If we get an hour of power work done in the morning, and then you have a reminder to send out messages for the next 3 hours after that. So at the top of the hour for the next 3 hours, you're sending out messages. By the end of that 4th hour, guys, that's enough time for me as a mom to get all the crap that I have to get done. So if I finish the power hour at 10:15, I get up, I have breakfast, I do the dishes. Boom, dishes is off my list for the day. I go to message more people, I do some laundry. Laundry's off the list for the day. I knock out, maybe I have to vacuum, or maybe I want to go outside, do a workout, boom, it's done. Guys, like it's literally step by step by step. All my junk for the day is done. And I know all of you guys on here have a million things to do every day. And it's like doing that back to back to back to back thing gets everything knocked out. And then the rest of my day is spent doing anything I feel like doing and responding to messages when I can. That's literally how the day should go for you when you have to get all that junk out of the way so you're not having this cloud over your head like, hey, you need to still do this, 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 and this all day long, and then it's nighttime. And you just say, you know, it's too late, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. I know how easy that is to do. And then the next day you just feel like, oh my God, I still didn't do anything. My business still isn't going anywhere. It is crucial to get it done. So make sure you're on the power hours and you're learning how to do it and asking when you need help. Let me see. What else did we, I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did.
Yeah, what else?
I
feel like we go over scheduling all the time. Let's move on.
I think that was it. So do y'all have any questions?
That's it?
Yeah.
Can I just say something real fast? Okay, so let's talk about this belief and put into the universe existence crap. It's not crap. Because I really wanted to get one of my distributors. Okay, let me just share this with you guys. One of my distributors signed up and she had a baby. And she signed up the day before she had a baby. And she's literally like having a really slow start because it's her second kid and she's having trouble handling it. Let's hope I don't go through that. But she only signed one customer, or she only needed one more customer by tonight for me to get the 5 points that you need, right? So like I told myself, okay, you know what? I want that $100 bonus. She needs that $100 in free product credit. You know, she's signing her customers. I'm going to help her out. I busted my butt and literally like I had nobody signing up tonight 2 hours ago. And in 2 hours, I had one girl just sign up and she sells Unique and she's never heard of It Works before, which is really weird. And 2, I have another girl about to sign up. So like, just like, that why like the reason I was like I need that $100, like I really want that $100 got me to like just seriously bust my butt just now. And I just wanted to like point that out because like you need to have something that's driving you for this. So I set that goal, okay, I need a customer now. And I feel like if we all just woke up every single day and did that, how much more we would get done. Because if I didn't have that deadline, I probably wouldn't have busted my butt just now trying to get that customer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, setting down deadlines is super important. That's why we always talk about that.
Yeah.
Transitioning into talking about the $99. That is so, so important. This is where a lot of people lose people. I feel like whenever I'm personally talking about it, I ask when I tell them what I'm doing. So basically, you know, I said the message that I posted in the comments and then they'll say, yeah, that's something I'm interested in, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, great. Are you working now? I start getting to know them. I transform it from like, okay, like this is what it is to like getting to know them a little bit just to say, are you working now? And they'll be like, oh no. I'm like, if they say no, I'm like, if they're not a mom, obviously, I'm like, oh, are you in school? Or if they are a mom, I'm like, oh, okay. So you're, how do you like being a stay-at-home mom? Blah, blah, blah. Kind of get to know them a little bit. And by that point, they're usually going to trigger a question. Like 9 out of 10 times, they're like, so how much is it to get started? Or so what exactly will I be doing? And then I kind of break it down super simple. And they're like, okay, how do I get started? Basically, I'm transforming the combo to getting them to asking me, like, how do I get started? So you want to ask them questions, and the more questions like you're just asking, I would say don't ask more than like 2 or 3 questions. And I transform it to them saying, okay, so how are you doing this? And how do I get started? Now, sometimes it doesn't go that way and they're just like being weird and not saying, how do you get started? I'm like, okay, cool. So, you know, when did you want to get started? And then they'll say, well, how do I? And then I lay it out. She's going to come first. What do you do, Brittany? Do you do something similar or what?
I'm just really intentional. I know what I have to talk about before I get to the $99. I know, number one, I need to figure out why they need the money. That's my first thing. I'm always like, could you use the extra money? When I ask questions that remind them, like, crap, I actually could really do this. Like, I'm really, really, I don't want to say sneaky, but I'm really good with, like, I feel like making people think about why they need stuff. What is it? My mom always called me a really good manipulator. So I feel like that has a lot to do with, like, knowing what to say next. Like, you know what you have to do to get to that $99. Like, I just know what I have to do. So, like, I need to, one, remind them why they need the business, bring it out of them. Number two, the next thing I talk about is I ask them how much extra could help them a month, because I want to remind them, hey, you can make $500 a month with this. This will help you. And then number two, I'll go into just trying to get to know more about them. So I'm building a relationship along the way. And then number three, I'll go into the, okay, awesome. Well, have you seen how we make money before, or are you not sure? So I'm always asking small questions like that. And then they're going to be like, no, how do you get paid? Now they're curious. And then I'm going to go ahead and tell them, well, we make commissions off of everything we sell. I talk to people from all over the world through Instagram. And then if you start growing a team, you'll make commissions off of them. You can make $25 off every wrap you sell. And then the third way is bonuses. We have unlimited bonuses that you can earn every single week for $99. And oh my God, you pick the best time to message me back, because just in time to help you for Christmas, we have the $99 whole nother level club promotion where you can earn more unlimited $100 bonuses. It's crazy right now. And then that right there is just like, I don't know what the word for it is, but I'm almost like telling them, it's almost like, how do you explain it, Katie?
Basically, like,
I'm telling them, like,
you're dumb if you don't do it.
Good time to message me, because this is what we have going on right now. You know, it's like walking in a store and be like, you picked the best time to walk in, girl. We got this sale going on. Like, it's almost like, yeah.
Yeah, and something good too, I think you have to say, like, whenever, like, I'm talking to them, like, it's so cool because right now we have a promotion where you're going to get, once you get your first 4 customers, you're going to get $100 shopping spree. And once you get your 5th, you get $100 cash bonus.
Yes.
You're instantly thinking, like, holy crap, free product, $100 back. Boom, done.
Yeah.
That's so simple. Like, I've been getting so much response.
After that, I'm always like, how does that sound? They're like, that sounds really good, actually. And I'm like, so you are somebody who's on your phone a lot, right? Because I see you posting all the time online. Your photos are adorable. Are you on your phone as much as I am? And then I'll put, like, laughing, crying faces. And they're like, oh, yeah, social media 24/7. I'm like, girl, you'll be perfect at this then. Do you have time to add me on Facebook real fast so I can send you a video about everything and how it works? And then they're like, yes. I get them on my Facebook, so that way now they're following me on 2 different accounts. I'll tag them in my party video. Boom. There you go. Wait a day. I'll follow up with them. And then I'll say, hey, girl, I'm sure you had time to watch that video by now. What did you like most about it? So that way they're only giving you positive feedback. And then from that point on, I see, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, how into this are you? Or sometimes I'll say, okay, on a scale of 10, you know, how badly do you really need the money? Usually I'm like, what did you like most about the video? How bad do you want to join? And I have people that come back and they're like, honestly, a 9. And I had a girl the other day, she said a 4. And I was like, well, maybe you might want to be a product model instead. So she's going to buy next week. So, I just always try to see what they think and always get a date. If they don't want to be a distributor or they're unsure, I'll see if they want to be a customer instead. If I truly think somebody, like, just is not going to be good at being a distributor, I'll be like, yeah, girl, I agree with you. I think maybe you should just be a customer instead. And it's almost like, oh, wait a second, what? You don't think I'd be good at distributing? So it makes them think a little bit. But sometimes you'll get customers from that. I'm going to sign one up next week for him. But it's really important that you just realize people aren't going to sign up right away. You got to follow up a few times, but for the most part, you get a date from them. I usually say something like, how soon do you want to start making money? Because they're like, you're reminding them, hey, you're going to be making money. Like, how soon do you want to make money? And then they're going to be like, okay, right away. And I'm like, okay, let's get you started. Well, I don't have the money. Well, this is my fear. Well, this is that. Da, 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 da. You're always going to get an excuse. And it's your job to be the one to say, you know what, girl, you don't have the money, but that's the whole reason you got to get started. This is what we're going to do. You need to be in charge. You have to be in charge the whole time. This is what we're going to do to help you get the money. This is what I have. This is the idea I have to help you get started. This is what I did, and crush their fears, rebuttals, and all this kind of stuff. Like, you have to be the one in charge and know where you're taking this conversation. And the whole point is to go from A to B to sign them up, get a date. So you need to know the process. They're not just going to message you one day and say, hey, let's get started. Like, that's your job. So bringing up the $99, I totally skipped over that. I'm sorry, that was the main question. Before I send them the video, I always tell them the $99. It's at the end of telling them the ways we make money. It's at the end of telling them why they'd be good at this business and getting to know them a little bit. If they ask me, well, how do you get started? I always say, well, let me ask you this first. And I'll try to get those things out of the way until I can get all the answers from them. And then at the end, I'll always say, okay, so let me answer your question now about how to get started. I want to make sure that that's not the first thing they ask me, and that's not the first piece of detail that I give them, because that's going to make them almost like put a guard up, like, ooh, because they don't know all the good yet. They don't know all the good that you're about to tell them. You have to tell them the goods first. Then when they do that, I always say it's $99 to get started. I know that's a lot of money. I didn't have that in the beginning, but I'm so glad I did it, because now I, have helped my family so much. That's going to come with me as your personal mentor to teach you everything you need to know. You're never going to be alone. I tell them they get marketing materials, business supplies, and then I say you're going to get 4 free wraps just for signing up, and you can do what I did and what most people do, and I'll teach you how to sell each of those wraps and make your money back. So that right there, I'm relieving them of, oh, I'm going to lose my money. I'm going to tell them I made my money back, and I'm going to help you make your money back on the kit now. And then usually they're going to not write back. It's like 50-50. Katie, don't you think? Like 50-50. Sometimes people just don't write back.
Yeah, sometimes people are just meh.
Yeah, they're like, eh. And here's the thing. Now they're really watching your posts, and now is your opportunity to wait a little bit. Don't jump down their throat. Give them a day. Write down in your calendar to hit them up in a few hours or get back with them tomorrow. I usually say something like, hey, girl, I know that was probably like, whoa, a lot of money, but I know you said you really needed this for the house you're trying to buy. So you should at least watch this video I made about how everything works to give you more info. Do you want me to send it? So this is why it's really important for you guys to make your own opportunity videos. They don't want to see me and Katie forever. They want to see you. If they're joining with you, they need to, get to know you, your story. You're just as important as we are or anybody else. So I don't even care if you're a distributor, like, make a video. Watch somebody else's. How did I make mine? I watched somebody else's. I made the video. I watched somebody else's online party. I did an online party. I watched somebody else's in-person party that somebody recorded. That's how I did my first in-person party. So, you got to take that oomph and go out and do it. Just believe in yourself. Make that video, because once I made that video, that's how I went to Diamond. I just did this and sent that video to so many people, because if I didn't have my own video to send, I don't think people would have believed me. They wouldn't believe in what this business was going to do for me. I wasn't even a Diamond yet, and I had an opportunity video, and I was talking about what this business was going to do for me and what it had done for the little things that it had already done. And that's how I just kept signing people, is because they believed in me. I sold the business. The business doesn't sell itself without you. So it's really important you guys have your own video.
Yeah, I think it's so important too. And it's just simple, just watching somebody else's, find that person that inspires you, watch it and do the same thing. Okay, now let me show you guys really quick, because I know we're getting kind of late. Let me show you guys how to do this new adding technique that I found. It is literally the bomb. Let me share this my screen so you guys can see. All right. Okay, let me move this out of the way. All right, so here we are. So you click your profile. So just like clicking my regular profile, I go to my friends list, and then I'm going to go to friend requests, and then I'm going to go over here to the corner and search for friends. You can literally go through and be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to look up, I did this on the Power Hour this morning, so I'm going to do the same thing. Let's just say I wanted to find more people in Utah. So I would just type in Salt Lake, and it would say Salt Lake City, Utah. All right. And then I would look through here, and it comes up with a bunch of people that I am not friends with, I don't have mutual friends with, and I could just go through here and add them.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know this. It's literally so easy. And it goes through, and you'll see so many people that you can add from different spots. I used to search in the search bar, but this one is so much easier.
Yeah, and then what I do is I find, look, you can even put employer, stay-at-home parent. Do that real fast. Do you see that?
Oh.
So type in a city, and then type it stay-at-home mom.
So now all these people are stay-at-home moms.
So there you can go up. You can click on, there's somebody that I would add. Jesus, go down. Okay, go to Sammy Bernardi Wright. I think that's a cute picture. She's got a little baby girl.
All the people who have cute pics of kids and stuff like that, those are the people that you would add.
And don't add people like Sandy.
Yeah.
Don't have people like Sandy.
Yeah, you want to make sure, like, same thing, like these people already have, right here, they already have good photos. So you want to add people that actually care about what their profile looks like.
Sorry, Sandy.
So, all right, making sure we have the same thing. So that's pretty much it, guys. I want to go ahead and hop off here so we don't make this thing forever long. But that is, I hope that helped you guys a lot. I feel like we shared a lot of good tips. If you guys need anything, you know where to find us. Bye, y'all.